Wake up. Morning guys, I'm heading off to the lake for my little bit of exercise for the day again. It's not so hot today actually, the sun's out. Every day obviously is a hot day in Pattaya, but it's not actually roasting. It's actually quite cool for a walk. Today guys, I'm just going to go have a quick iced coffee up at the lake, get my exercise in. And I just want to let you guys know about the South African vlogs that I'm editing at the minute and I'll be releasing soon. A friend from the UK was like, why did you do like a sneaky trip in between being in Pattaya and stuff all these years? Why didn't you just release the vlogs like as you were doing them as a daily thing like you do in Thailand sometimes? Well, all my stuff in Thailand's daily. Some of the stuff's like a week old because I'm backed up with some food stuff and I didn't even finish the burger series. I've done so much stuff guys and put on different SD cards. I try and keep this one SD card which I just upload some daily stuff, but I've also got other stuff coming out which is quite a few weeks old. I've got one of the oldest like a month old, so I'm just backed up with different projects. The South African thing, there was a reason why I didn't announce going there and stuff. Obviously I moved to the UK for over 16, 17 years from what I can remember. When I moved away from Cape Town, it was for a pretty serious reason. A lot of my close friends know about it. I've never said anything on the channel about anything about South Africa, to be honest. Why I left, why I moved to UK, because the channel wasn't based on me. It's been based on Thailand at the minute and Pattaya and travel and bars. But I might do some more personal vlogs. I'll explain a little bit on this. Why I didn't announce when I'm moving around Cape Town, why I'm moving around South Africa, and what happened in the past before I left South Africa, why I actually left. It was a mixture of things, but there was a pretty serious thing going on the year that I left, and I had to leave pretty abruptly. Like, I literally, something happened 2 days later, got a ticket, I was on the flight to the UK, I had to get out of there. Some pretty serious stuff. Let me get my iced coffee, I'll come back and explain guys.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life.
Yeah guys, I'm just at the Nescafe Cafe again. I'm gonna have a quick sit down here, have a nice chocolate mocha, and we'll carry on with the chat. It's nice and bright here, so I think we'll get some nice footage sat right here. It's nice and clear. Let me just put you down guys, 1 sec, I'll be right back. Go guys, I don't know if that's nice and clear. There is a bit of sun flare coming in from behind. But yeah guys, I just wanted to clear up why that trip wasn't announced or anything, or why I didn't do like a daily vlog thing there. When I was younger, I think it was around about 2000, between 2000 and 2002, I can't remember the exact date, I actually left Cape Town. There was a couple of incidents that went on with a group of friends that I was I grew up with in Cape Town. As you know, Cape Town's a big gang town. We got gangs everywhere in the Cape Flats. I grew up in the Cape Flats and grew up in the suburbs and stuff too much. We tend to always stay in the Cape Flats. My dad had painting businesses around that area, so we always stayed within the Cape Flats area, Lansdowne. I used to hang out in Manenberg, Boltonville, like everywhere. You probably wouldn't find many Caucasian South Africans, put it that way. But I went to school in Expat in Brooklyn, aka Brooklyn. So I grew up with that group of people from those areas. I didn't really hang out with any of the kids from Table View and Bloberg and all these upper class areas. All my boys were like Cape Flats boys. Their dads would be gang members, gang leaders. They'd be involved in the nightclub industry, underworld stuff, a lot of underworld stuff that I can't really get into. But anyway, guys, I'll get to the point. Me and my friends were out one night, some stuff happened, and a friend of mine happened to unalive someone in Cape Town. I stopped hanging around with a big group of friends around about that time, because the person who this happened to, I can say his name, Damien. He was a good friend of all of us. Actually, it was a group of friends who ended up fighting, and one of our friends was a very high up dude within the gangs and within the prison gangs in Cape Town at the time. He had just been recently let out. He ended up shooting another one of our friends, basically, over some stuff. I won't get into all that as well. But yeah, so I stopped hanging around with a certain lot of friends, guys, in Cape Town. Some of those dudes who were affiliated with those people kind of pulled away from all the nightlife stuff as well. We stopped hanging out in the nightlife, and yeah, we split ways a little bit. Sorry guys, I just had to go get my drink quickly inside. That's what the alarm was going off. They give you a little buzzer that rings you outside to go and fetch it. I was trying to switch it off, but there's no button on it. Oh, tell you what, the cold mockers here are awesome on a hot day like this. Iced mockers, delicious. So yeah, guys, from this big group of friends that all went to school together in Cape Town, from the Cape Flats and other areas, we're a mixed bunch of lads. A lot of us split ways after this incident happened in Cape Town. Some people went to the funeral that were involved in the situation, who were happy about the situation, which we weren't happy about. Yeah, it caused a big tear between a big group of friends, and we were all somewhat affiliated with certain stuff in Cape Town. You know, we didn't want to mess with each other. It would have caused a bit of a big problem if we all turned on each other and stuff. So we just turned away from each other instead. We just went and started doing our own thing. We agreed to disagree on certain things, and it split up about a group of about 15 to 20 good friends who grew up together, who took care of each other in the neighborhood. And then after this incident, it was literally 3 months later, someone walked into a convenience store which was central to a whole area in Cape Town where we lived. A lot of us kids involved in these two groups which split up. When we were in school, we used to go in this shop, and there used to be an old man. He's like 72 at the time of this next incident happening. We've known him for our whole lives, guys, living there. We'd go in there, we'd buy stuff for like the household, and he'd give us free sweets and stuff. He knows I always used to buy biltong, and like when I went in some days and I didn't have money for biltong, he'd give me a biltong stick. Like, really friendly guy, old Islamic man who run this corner shop. Hey guys, about 2 months after this incident happened with that friend of ours, someone went into this shop. I'd actually just left the shop. I saw two people walking in at the time, and I walked over to the road because I knew their demeanor wasn't right. The way they didn't greet me when they walked in, they put their heads down, just nodded. They were acting very strange. I'm across the road, and there was like a high school across the road from this place with a big fence. I went and stood behind the fence because I knew there's a big school field behind. If something was going to go down, or they're going to turn on me, I'm going to make tracks across that field, and my house was just on the opposite side of that, so I could get home pretty quickly. I could just see something wasn't up. Anyways, I hadn't even made it to this to get over this fence when I heard a few gunshots go off. I think it was 2 gunshots altogether. And I was about to go run back to the shop. I don't know why. Even though my first instinct was to get away from them, I wanted to run back to the shop when I heard the shots. I knew something wasn't good going on. As I turned around, I saw the two particular guys running away. I ran back to the shop, had a look in the shop from the outside, and I turned around and ran home. At that point I was like, I don't want to be seen here. I'm actually known to be with these guys, hanging around with these guys in this area. Months before this, we knew each other our whole life. They were at my 18th birthday. I remember we all got arrested on my 18th birthday, sat on top of a car. There was about 20 of us riding on the bonnet of a car, being stupid and drunk. So everyone knew who the big groups of friends were in the area. So I turned around and ran the other way at first. I got home, I explained to my mom what I'd just seen, and she was like, are you cool with these guys now? Listen, the guy's done a lot for your kids growing up. She gave me the talk, the pet talk. She's like, this is a 72-year-old man. What you've just seen, you need to tell someone. Yeah. She was like, I know it's going to be, you might be turning on some of your old friends and stuff, but you need to, if you're asked, you need to tell the truth. You need to tell people who's just done what they've just done. It was a really hard time for me because I was like, damn, if these guys find out that I've said anything or whatever, I'm literally gone as well. These are not your little boys in tracksuits in the UK selling weed, acting like gangsters. These are serious kids, you know. From like 14, 15, we're all walking around armed in the Cape Flats. People don't actually understand what the Cape Flats is like growing up. I've heard of kids as young as 9, 10 being hitman around the Cape Flats. No bullshit, you can ask anyone who's from the Cape Flats. They like to use young kids to carry out horrible crimes out there because they don't get long jail times and stuff like that because they're juveniles. It's known. I'm not saying anything that's not known to anyone who's grown up in Cape Town or Cape Flats, or even most South Africans. We know what our country's like. So yeah, guys, this is what happened. Taking my bread and milk home. It's supposed to be a quiet night, and I contacted a detective myself through a family member who knew people from both sides. Really, he knew the gang side of the Cape, and he was also friendly with some law guys in the police and stuff. And we sat down, we had a talk, and they were like, right, just give us one name. And I was like, right. I saw the guy who was reaching as he walked in. I'm presuming he's the one who's carried out the shooting and stuff. I can tell you where to find this person. I got together with a few of my friends that night to explain to them what I'd just done. I was like, they were like, yo, we would have done the same thing. Like, that guy was like, uncle, it's like you're killing a family member. We all agreed. We were like, this guy just rolled into a shop and shot a 72-year-old dude. No gang affiliation, not a bad bone in his soul. And as kids, he like acted like uncle and granddad to us. Such a lovely guy. They were like, it had to be done, Matty. But unfortunately, guys, 2 weeks later, you know, people all talk. You might think you're on the right side talking to the police sometimes about stuff. Or some of your friends might be playing both sides of the thing. They really don't give a crap, but they're acting like they care that this old guy had been unalived, you know. I think they got like 170 rand or something that they apparently out the till. Fucking nothing. Absolutely nothing, guys. They might have took some cigarettes and alcohol. I didn't read the full report after. It was like too much after that. Anyway, guys, it didn't go well. 2 weeks later, I was walking home. A lot of people don't know these two things are connected. I've never really told my family about the connection between all three of these things that I've just spoke about. But the two particular things were connected. What happened at the shop, Queen Bess was the name of the shop. It might still be there on Lansdowne Road. And I was walking home 2 weeks later. Sorry, I was leaving my home. I walked out my home, and as I turned to the right, a road on the right out of my road. So say my road is diagonal here, my house is on a corner, and then I walked out my back door, down my main road, and I took a right. I was walking down this road to the right of my house, because my house is on like a corner. A car was opposite me, just like revving the engine, like a really old car, like a Ford bloody, I don't know, Cortina type van thing, revving up there. I remember it still, dark brown colour. As I walked down the road, they drove past me full speed, and then they slammed the brakes on like a few yards in front of me, and I was like, what the hell's going on? I literally stopped in my tracks. Well, by the time I'd looked up again in the panic, this guy got out the car. He pulled what looked to be like a Beretta 765, because my brother-in-law actually carried the same gun for years. I recognized that gun straight away, and the police use that in South Africa, funny enough, as well. It's like their issued weapon is usually a Beretta 765, I think they are, 765 caliber. I just recognized the gun straight away pointing at me. I was like, damn. Anyways, I froze up, and the guy just started shouting at me in Afrikaans, saying, give me your fucking phone. But after saying, give me your phone, he was like, you rat puss, and stuff. Like, he was calling me a rat and stuff like that, and I was like, oh damn, this is not just about the phone. I realized straight away, this is not just about the phone. And the guy had a bandana over his face. A lot of people from South Africa will understand why he was wearing that. I'm not going to get into all that stuff, because I have friends on both sides of this stuff, so I don't want to get too much into gang stuff and symbols and stuff like that. I just want to tell the story what happened. Anyway, this guy, his face covered up, but I just looked at his eyes and I realized that he was one of these guys. This is one of my old friends. So I was just like, yo, chill, bro. And I knew he's gonna kill me right there. He was gonna shoot me right there. He wasn't just gonna take the phone. So what I done, I threw, this was a big old Alcatel. They used to do the Alcatel brick phones. I just looked at him straight in the eyes, and I was gonna give him the phone. I put my hand out like, come and get it, but I turned my hand back quick and I slammed that phone right in his face and turned and ran. I ran as fast as as fast as I could. Like, I was only on the corner of my house, so if I kept straight down the road and took a left, my house was on the left, so it gave me enough time to run around that corner, and I literally jumped over the wall, ended up in my back garden. It was like the worst feeling ever. I'm just gonna drink this, guys, and I'll come back. I'll just finish to explain this. It's a crazy story, but yeah, it's all true stuff, guys, and this is a part of why I can't really announce movements when I'm over in Cape Town. It's a big reason behind that. Sorry, guys, I just wanted to get that iced coffee in me, wake me up, man. So yeah, guys, luckily I was only a couple of meters around the bend where he couldn't see me running. I don't think they knew where my house was. These are guys who hung out with a group I hung out with. They're not my direct friends. They lived right the other side of town. They actually stayed in, I'm trying to think of the name now, the other side of Lansdowne, Claremont, sorry, near Claremont side. Actually more of a posh area, to be honest, than where I lived. Yeah, they stayed the other side of town, and they hung out with friends, but they never hung out with me personally, so they never knew where my house was. I think they knew it was in that area because the car was waiting on a main intersection near my property, so really confused. I think if they knew where I lived, something more could have gone down. They would just come in my bloody house. That's the kind of people we're dealing with. But yeah, guys, I threw this Alcatel phone at him, which was a bloody brick at the time. This is like 2000, 2001, I think, thinking back to when it happened. That hit him in the face. I saw him just get stunned, and I was gone. I jumped over my wall. I laid flat on the ground. I had two pit bulls at the time, and they were licking the hell out of me, and I'm like trying to keep the dogs quiet. And at the time, my mom was in the lounge window, and she started like knocking on the window, and I was like, shut the hell up. I was whispering, but trying to like shout at the same time. I'm like, I don't want these guys to hear me. So I crawled up the staircase to my front door. Like, I banged on the door. I told my mom what had just happened, and Yeah, literally 2 weeks later, I was gone, guys. I left for the UK. I ended up going to stay with family in the UK and then started a life there. I was over there for like 17, 18 years, I reckon, before coming to Thailand and stuff. Yeah, long story, guys. Bit of a dramatic story as well, but 100% real life, guys. This is what happened. And when I made this trip to go out there and do my vlogs, I kept it very quiet where I was going. I didn't tell people I was going there. I wanted to gauge if who's still around, etc., and if this problem was going to arise again in the future for me, being back there. My family members who used to be involved in all the nightclub businesses, used to be connected with all these kind of people as well. Even they've moved away from all this kind of life now. Everyone kind of keeps to themselves now from the circle I hung around with. No one's involved in any of the underworld stuff anymore. And I'm going to keep it that way if I ever go back to Cape Town in the future and do more content and stuff. I'm going to keep it on the straight. I'm going to stay away from this kind of people. Because I literally lost like 17, 18 years being out in the UK. I would have rather stayed in South Africa, to be honest. I love South Africa. It's my home. It's my birthplace. It's my culture. It's my food. My everything's there, man. But I had to move at the time for my own safety. And I've been back twice since. Once was for the trip to do the vlogs. Once was back in 2006 or 7 with my mom. We done a little holiday out there. I've always moved very careful out there, and I don't really contact many old friends out there because I don't want certain people to know where I'm moving and stuff, in case someone still has some problem about what went on in the past and stuff. All in all, I think I've done the right thing. I don't actually know if justice was served for that fellow who had the shop. I'd left after then and I had no contact with the detectives after that. I literally gave them what they needed, but I did say I can't go to court and stuff. That would be a big problem for me. I probably wouldn't be around now. I reckon if I had to stay there any longer after what happened outside not far from my house, they would have got me. That's how it works out there. You can't talk about stuff. And I've always lived my life not to talk about certain stuff, you know, because if you're in those circle of people, you got to keep it strong together. And but guys, when it comes to innocent people like that being hurt and stuff, you got to do the best thing. I look back and I'm like, I done the right thing. I hope they caught that guy. I hope he done some long time. No 72-year-old man who's been the kindest man to kids for years deserves one of those kids to walk in his shop one day and end his life. Tell me what you think about this, guys. What's your opinions on it? Did I do the right thing? What would you have done in my situation with that? Hey guys, a bit of a different vlog today. I just wanted to get this out there. I want to explain why I didn't announce going there, because people are asking me on Facebook and stuff. They're like, oh, you said you've got all these vlogs that you're going to release. I was like, why didn't you tell anyone? Why didn't you do this? Have you got problems traveling? And it's nothing to do with that. It's to do with these past issues. And even when I went on my holiday back in 26, 27, I was very cautious. I was moving around with my brother-in-law. He's always armed. He always keeps peace on him when we're out and about for safety reasons anyway, because South Africa is not the safest place. But still, that's one gun. You know, if these guys catch up with you and they've still got a problem and there's 4 or 5 of them, ambush you, that's the type of stuff that can happen in Cape Town, guys. It's not a place to play around in. So alright guys, bit of a different subject today. I hope you enjoyed this chat and you've learnt a bit more about why I ended up in the UK, why I left South Africa, such a beautiful country. Thailand's just as beautiful. The weather's pretty similar here. Beautiful beaches, beautiful women. A lot of similarities, South Africa and Thailand. South Africa, just a bit more dangerous, guys. I promise you though, if you go to Cape Town for a 2-week holiday or something like that, do it, guys, if you get the chance to do it. You'll be pretty safe. 2-3 week holiday. I doubt anyone's gonna kidnap you or pull up and shoot you at the traffic lights like they do in Johannesburg quite a lot. Cape Town's pretty safe during the day and stuff like that. Just be cautious at night like you would anywhere abroad. Even the UK right now, man, you probably wouldn't go around Manchester early hours of the morning because you'd probably get in a lot of trouble. So everywhere's kind of getting dangerous at night time anyway. Advice for traveling to Cape Town though, don't go visit the Cape Flats or townships and stuff like that. There's no need to, guys. Why do you want to go see people in poverty anyway? Like when you're on a holiday, some of those people see that as a bad thing, tourists coming in those places. Some are happy about it, but yeah, don't risk it, guys. Stay out of those areas. Just stick to tourist areas, stick to the beaches. There's beautiful hotels all around the Cape Bowl. Try and get a trip out to places like Lungabarn, places like that. Get a villa out there. Very beautiful place. Look it up, Lungabarn, Western Cape. Absolutely amazing. We used to go there every weekend. A big group of kids from school. One of our friends' dads had a big villa there, like a beach villa, and we've been invited for barbecues all weekend and swim in the Lungabarn Lake and stuff. Oh, it's amazing, guys. Well, it's like an estuary more than a lake. Beautiful place. Anyway, guys, this vlog's turning into something extra long. I'm gonna let you go, and I'll be back with some more Pattaya content very soon, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate